Anyway, look at Tupac. Oh. Juice.
That motherfucker took his destiny.
He said that motherfucker took his destiny in his own hands. Like shit.
I didn't have a script for Juice, ever. Through the whole film, I didn't have a script. I read cold turkey.
Hold up. What? I'm confused. He said he didn't have a script for Juice.
In tragedy. I didn't have a script for Juice, ever. Through the whole film, I didn't have a script. I read cold turkey, walked in there, picked up the sides, and just read. And I got that part. That was God. You know what I'm saying? And that's God that's gonna take me all the way there.
Oh, so he didn't have a script for Juice, but at the last minute, he was able to look at it and do his thing. Okay.
When I was in the School for the Arts in Baltimore, all they told me was there's no
Vaseline.
work for black actors. They was like, get another job. There's no work for black actors. So at the same time,
I can't stand racist people. There's no work for black actors. What the fuck? What you mean? What you mean? There's no work for black actors? What you mean? What you mean? There's no work for the melanated people up in here.
trying to rap, seeing how rapping was starting to take off. Then I moved to California and I had, a chance to be down with Digital Underground. I seized that chance and did it. And, when I was doing that, nobody asked me if I could act. Nobody said, can you act? I was just hanging around at the right times, and I was in there while they was doing the auditions. I asked to read for the part, read for the part, just because I happen to have skills. Hopefully I did. I got the part, so. But it's the work. They got to start giving more young black males chances. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this was.
You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't. You might as well be dead your damn self.
The film was talking about.
Oh shit! I won't watch that movie. I need to hear that part again.
Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't. You might as well be dead your damn self.
The film is talking about very real problems that happen in today. Whether we talk about them or not, whether we have a film about them or not, they're gonna happen. And whether the movie is a black film or a Latino film.
The only thing I did not like about this movie was this dude. I don't know why. I did not believe. Cause for me, in my brain, Tupac is like thug life. It's like, I don't know, how can you intimidate thug life? What the hell in this movie? Because I feel like all the other parts was believable. You would think that this was these people's real lives, except for him. Except for him.
Movie is a black film or a Latino film, there's gonna be violence at the theater, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? But it's not Ernest Dickerson's Juice that makes people go and fight. And that's what's so stupid. And it doesn't take a 20-year-old young black man to tell the whole world to get off this violence at the theater thing. Then that's what I'm gonna have to do. There's a double standard because every movie that's out today, there's a gun and nobody notices that except when it happens with a black film. Nobody notices the red or the blue in the poster unless it's a black film, And that's what really ails me about today's society. Is it really that deep that we can't release a film without this violence in the movie thing? That's real stupid. And that's how I look at it.
Yo, be careful with that, man. It's loaded.
When you use your brain, it doesn't always have to come to a violent end. But sometimes it does, and that's all that I'm saying. That is a choice. They never show you that, okay, the cop's beating on you. You have a choice. Violence to defend yourself, turn the other cheek, or wait for the news cameras to come and talk about it. Like Rodney King. It's happened to me. The police beat me up in the middle of the street for no reason, just simply because I cursed at them, because they were harassing me and I cursed at them. Now they beat me up. Now, in reality, I couldn't shoot them like in my rhymes. I would say, pow, pow, It was a shootout, but I couldn't do that in reality. But in my rhymes, it vents that anger because I can, fire back at the police and won't go to jail for life. In my music, and in a lot of this music, it's only talking about the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. So if only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
Doesn't matter what happened. If y'all want us to be guilty, we'll be guilty.
Do you think that as an artist you have social responsibility?
It depends on who you're writing your music for. If they were doing their music for black people or for people who want to come to a better understanding on how things really are, then they did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see the true picture. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he feels uncomfortable. Because what about when I felt uncomfortable for 400 years? Then now all of a sudden it's bad to talk about some real.
But y'all know what people be like, oh, but you didn't deal with that. You wasn't the one in the fields for 400 years. Okay, but we living for our ancestors. They try to escape from slavery, and they try to do all this stuff so we can have a better life. And yes, we got a lot of stuff to work on. You know, black people got a lot of areas that we need to work on. But still, like, our ancestors are us, like, living in the present tense. Like, what the hell? I don't understand why. I mean, for real, we need reparations for what our ancestors had to deal with. It's so dumb because at one point they even had like Latinos as put down as white people because they were lighter. They were lighter, so they were like, oh, y'all in the white category too. But then it was like, oh, well, we can't put them in the white category. We're gonna put them in another category because for a second, Latinos was about to be looking sweet, but they was like, fuck that shit. Y'all talk different. Y'all look a little bit different. Y'all got a little more.
Pulls a trigger or there's any kind of gunshot, everybody starts running for cover, but everybody's really doing all this shooting in the streets. You know what I'm saying? All this Iran-Contra stuff and that war, all that's violence to me. That's real violence. What we're talking about is fake violence. All this, what we're rapping, it happens in the streets, but us rapping about it is not the violence. And the movie about it is not the violence. You know what I'm saying? It's an adventure world that we're creating. What we're doing is using our brain to get out of the ghetto any way we can. So we tell these stories, you know what I'm saying? And they tend to be violent because our world tends to be filled with violence.
I got more control over your life than you do. How you feel that? I'm letting you breathe, ain't I?
And that's your responsibility to be a role model.
Right, and that's what I'm doing, yes. But it's my responsibility to be a true role model and show the world my faults as well as my good points so that no one can ever use my faults against me like they do every black man. As soon as you make it, they start, bring something to make you down. And I know what my faults are, and I let everybody know.
He be throwing me off, man. He be throwing me off. He's so adorable. Jesus, I just be trying to focus.
I only want karma. I only want what's mine, what's meant for me to have. I'm happy with what I've done thus far. I could leave now and be totally happy. I'm on film for life. And
why
I
you
have
say
the
that?
ability to put a memory into somebody's head, to a child's head, like Cooley High did for me. You know what I'm saying? I can affect somebody. That's what I wanted. Now, if I get more, then I'm blessed. But if I get less, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? They can't take anything from me. I don't want for me. I want for my people. I want for young black males. I want to start a youth movement again. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that when I keep saying young black males, it's not like we're anti-white. But everybody has to agree that that's who need it right now is young black males. They're in need. And I want to help young people in general. But you can't front young black males in the state of America.
That little heifer in the back or whoever, she's talking about young people in general. They said it was like all these houses, like it's a whole block full of houses, right? All the houses are fine. And one house is burning. So people coming out their house, like this lady talking about something, well, all young people in general. So basically saying all the houses in general need help. All the houses in general, they need help on plumbing. They need help painting their house. They need help to fix up their house and stuff. But this house is literally burning down. And nobody is in a rush to grab some water or whatever, to make sure they put the fire out. Like, so that young people in general, so I get it. Everybody need help. But come on now, y'all gotta admit, they be against black people like shit, which I don't even know. I mean, well, I know why. And I ain't gonna get into why, because they might, somebody might come after me.
Emergency. Young white males are not endangered species right now.
Exactly.
And if they were, then I'd be trying to help them.
Exactly.
But they're not. Young black males are. So that's who we need help with. There's no way to go up. It's just straight.
Exactly.
I gotta go up and explode. I gotta blow up. I have to. Because I got so much to share. I got so much to give to my people. You know what I'm saying? We got so much. We got a lot of talent. I'm drawing upon them, using them as power. I'm using the spirit of Huey Newton, the spirit of Malcolm X. I'm using all that. Fred Hampton, all that to get to where we go. And I think we could do it. Because I feel it. I feel it in my heart. And I know because God gave me juice.